Keep clapping, I'm not ready yet. Okay, you can stop. That's one of the main reasons that I like doing comedy, because I have that kind of power over people. I like that. I wish I had that in everyday situations, like in the bedroom. Like, keep clapping, I'm not ready yet. Keep clapping, I'm not. He's a performer. What's up? Start off by saying I'm glad that Brian was wrong, because when he asked me to come back, I was like, you think we're going to get a pretty diverse crowd? And he just like laughed and hung the phone up. I was like, all right. But he was wrong. You guys are super diverse. You are. You touched on, let me see, like 4 different kinds of white. I like it. I feel safe, is what I'm saying. We got it. Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing? We got a few chips in the cookie. Hey. You ain't think I saw you, did you? I see you. Hey, we got some of my people. What's up? We got some people back there. Yeah. This room is like a well-balanced dessert. I like it. This is I normally don't sweat this much, but it's hot as shit in here, ain't it? And I'm old, like I'm older. I'm not like old. I'm 41, and I know, it's not AARP old, I get it. But I'm on the mailing list, like they said to me some shit, they're like, it's on this way, buddy. Like, old, man. Like, I'm at the age where I can use the excuse that I just slept wrong as a reason to call off work, and like my boss gets it. You know, she's like, oh shit, you slept wrong. You want us to send flowers? Like, how do we forget how to sleep? How do we start sleeping wrong? Like, I got a 3-year-old, that's a whole nother joke we'll get to later. I got a 3-year-old and she slept in the car on the way to Detroit for 3 hours and she woke up spry as I don't know what. But if I don't use my special numbers pillow, I gotta go on limited disability. This is bullshit. Bullshit. There's things about aging that they don't tell you. Here's something that I found out when I turned 40, you guys. Did you know that you can completely destroy your back if you sit on the wrong couch too hard? Did you know that? I didn't know that because I went to my friend's house and I decided to plop down. Remember when you were a teenager and you could flop down and sit down any way you wanted? You didn't have to have a plan. When you're in your 40s, you need a fucking plan to sit down. Left cheek, right cheek, we made it, all right. This time I did not go in with the plan. I just decided to sit down any kind of way. And I felt the pop. I didn't think anything though until the next day when I couldn't get out of bed and I was like, something's wrong. So I decided to go to the doctor and my doctor asked me what happened. And at that point, I couldn't tell him the truth, so I decided to lie and I was like, I was playing basketball and I think I dunked it a bit too hard. That's not what the fuck happened. I sat down on the wrong couch too aggressively. I didn't know, and I pinched my nerve. And here's something else that they don't tell you. Like, did you know that you can make it worse if you cough while your back's already fucked up? I didn't know that. I was out in my garage smoking weed like a fucking adult, and I coughed and I felt another pop, and I was like, oh shit, I should call my mom. That was my first thought, because I'm like, my mom's 80 and she was a nurse and she'll know what to do. I was like, Mom, I was out in the garage, I coughed and I felt a pop, I'm scared, what should I do? And my mom's response to that was, yeah, that'll do it, that'll do it. Like, what the fuck? She's like, Ricky, you gotta start bracing yourself against that. I'm like, I gotta start bracing myself against fucking life events? This is bullshit. Like, I used to be an athlete growing up, but now my body's made out of particle board and hope. This is some bullshit, I don't like it. There's cool things about getting old. You start to develop old people's superpowers. You got any old people's superpowers? No? Okay, cool. My favorite one is I have the ability to feel it in my bones, you guys. I like that. But the problem is I'm like an elder millennial, so my ability to feel it in my bones is way less useful. Like growing up, my grandma would be like, my elbow's acting up. Baby, you better take an umbrella with you. And I'm like, Grandma, It's 80 degrees and sunny. It's not fucking gonna rain. And half an hour later it rained. I'd be like, God, that fucking weather witch, I should have listened. But I'm 41, so like my ability to feel it in my bones is way less useful. Like when I'm traveling doing comedy, I can go into any town I've never been before, and I'm like, damn it, my knees acting up. They don't got a fucking Qdoba here. I can feel it in my bones. Bullshit, Chipotle? Ugh. I can go into any building I've never been before, and I'm like, man, my back's tightening up. They got shitty Wi-Fi in here. I can feel it in my bones. I was raised to be old. I was raised by two older parents. I was adopted, you guys, actually. I was adopted by my older aunt and uncle. So I'm like the Fresh Prince of Muskegon. Be honest, I'm more like Carlton. Let's be real. My parents were like 55, 60 years old when they adopted me, and I was 3 days old. So they had no idea how to raise me. So they just raised me to be one of them. So I was just raised to be like a young ass old dude. Like, you guys know what my favorite kind of candy is? Fucking Werther's Original. God damn it, I love it. I wake up each day and there's just one in my pocket. I don't know how it got there. I'm just like, I'm gonna need this later in the day, and I hold on to it. They used to make me do old things, like they'll make me go to bed at the same time that they would go to bed, so it'd be like fucking 8 o'clock in the summertime, and they'd be like, it's time for bed, little buddy, and I'd be like, but Matlock is still on. I want to solve this case. Shit. The sun's not in bed, why the hell do I gotta be? I don't understand that. For real. And it's like the older your parents are, you can't complain to them because they had it so much harder than you did. I remember this one time I went to my dad, I was like, Dad, we need to get faster internet in this house. This internet is slow as hell. I hear there's like better than dial-up and we need that. My dad was like, boy, is the damn internet the worst thing you got to complain about these days? And I was like, yeah, man, this porn is slow as shit. Like I hear my friends say there's movies out there, and I'm still on still images? My monster. My dad was like, okay, son, sit down, and let me tell you about the time that I almost drank out a white drinking fountain. I was like, oh, shit. We shall overcome, brother. We all got our crosses to bear, and this slow-ass porn is mine. I'm gonna do my part. It's my life. I wanna get the fuck out of this fucking white shit. It is hot up here. Thank you. Is this used? Oh, okay, cool, thank you. It's my grandma, everybody, she, you know. Thank you. Thanks, me, Mom. The other comedians left this stage on fire. You guys are a fun crowd. I feel like I can get weird. You want to get a little weird at the end of the night, you know? Okay. We got any weed smokers in here? Where the weed heads at? Anybody? Hell yeah, Grandma. I like it. I'm going to see if you're the kind of weed head that I am, because I have what I like to call high hobbies. You have any high hobbies? No? Okay, you're like, what's a high hobby, Ricarlo? Glad you asked. It's a hobby you only do when you're fucking high. Like, it's pretty self-explanatory. And the one that I had this summer, you guys, is I've been trying to domesticate the squirrels that live in my backyard. I was just fucking smoking one day like, I could do it. Like, that was my thought. And my thoughts just went as far as I'm gonna feed the squirrels. Like, that was my thought. I'm not a fucking zoologist. You ever domesticated anything? Me neither. I don't know the first step, but I was like, if I feed them, they'll start to trust me. But that's as far as my plan went. So like, what if the squirrel's like, okay, this guy's all right, he feeds us, and they started to look at me as like a squirrel messiah, and I'm supposed to lead them down out of the trees, but I'm just a high idiot in my backyard, and then you guys read about Muskegon man killed by a highly organized group of squirrels. Like, I want to go viral, but not like that. I have a lot of high thoughts when I'm driving on the way to shows. I have a lot of high thoughts. My recent thought, and this isn't even a joke, this is just something that crossed my mind. You guys ever think about how stupid germs are?
Yeah.
Like, not because they make us sick, like that's the obvious part, but like their plan is fucking stupid. And they've been around humans for, as long as humans have been here, we've had germs. You know, they come into the body and they go to the white blood cells and they're like, we're gonna take this shit over. And then your body's like, I will burn this son of a bitch to the ground before I let you bastards. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Am I too loud? My fault. Brian B, everybody, give it up for him. And your body's like, I will burn this bitch to the fucking ground before I let you germ bastards take over. That's the wrong approach for germs. Because then nobody wants to spread them around. You know, we get mass and we get distance and all this stuff just to avoid the spread of germs. Germs need to start working with the body, so we want to spread them. Like, imagine if germs came into your body and was like, look, I know for years we've been warring back and forth, but we got some ideas that can really turn this place around. And then the germs come in and they gentrify your fucking body, and then the next thing you know, you go to work and you're like, where's Ted? And your boss is like, oh, you didn't hear Ted called off because he caught that new big dick and abs flu that's going around. And you're like, wait, what? You're like, there's a flu that gives you a big dick and abs? Like, why the fuck isn't Ted here coughing on us? It'd be like back in the day when they had the chicken pox parties and everybody would share the fucking blankets. That's how it would be if there was a flu that could give me abs too. Like, that was a long way for, you guys should have gave it more, but it's okay. It's all right. I know that it's funny. Got a little bit more time up here. I'm gonna get serious for a second. We're in very politically charged time, you guys. And I'd be wrong if I didn't try to use my little bit of platform to try to bring awareness to something, but there's a group in America that's been running around with unchecked power for way too long. And I think it's time we do something about that. And I think some of the people in this room can come together and we can make a difference if you guys just get behind me and believe in me. But that group that I want to bring attention to is fucking grandparents. That's too much damn power. Nobody should be able to come to my house, whoop my ass, whoop my kid's ass, and I was gonna look at my kids like, she still got it. Like, no! Much fucking power for a group to have. You didn't send me to bed early. I didn't even get my goddamn matlock in. Like, goddamn. I can't wait to be a fucking grandparent. I can't wait to be old. I can't wait to get old. I like that because old people have power. Like I talked about earlier, powers, you know, and they can get away with things because they're from a different time and all that shit. A prime example of how old people can get away with things is, I did this show up in Belden, Michigan. You guys know Belden? Not that far from here, you know, kind of a rural community, you know, a little bit different. So I'm doing this show, and this old guy rolls up to me. He's probably, I don't know, 85, 90, full-on old guy. Wheelchair, oxygen tank, grandkids, you know. And he rolls up to me, you know, and he looks at me and he was like, oh, you sure were funny. And I was like, thanks, man. And he was like, all right, buckwheat, let's go get you fucked up. And I'm like, whoa, sir, like, normally somebody says that to me, I gotta put hands on him, right? Because that's fucked up to say. But this guy, he's 80, 90 years old, he might not even know what he was saying. What am I gonna do, beat this old guy's ass? In front of his grandkids? No. I took this as a teaching moment for him. I was like, all right, buckwheat, that's a good one. I was like, hey man, what was that saying that buckwheat always used to say? He was like, oh, Otay. I was like, yep, that's right, Otay. And then I leaned in real close so where only he could hear me. And I crimped his oxygen cord and I said, you know who's not gonna be Otay? You, motherfucker. Because we don't fuck with racists, right? I don't care about age when it comes to a racist. Fuck that. You thought I was gonna let him get away with it? No, I'm not. Fucking not, man. Oh, I almost dropped the fucking throne or whatever that is. That's not a throne, it's a bowling pin, whatever. Nah, I can't wait to be old. And then old people have all these dope ass sayings, you know. Like, what's your favorite old timey saying that you used to hear growing up? Back when I was young, that's a good one. What's your favorite old timey saying?
Tired than a cat's back.
Tired? Oh, I ain't heard that one. Higher than a cat's back. I ain't heard that one. Where did you hear that at? Who told you that? Great grandma. That's a good one. Mental was too expensive. See, good old time sayings. We don't have that anymore. And I blame the decline of good old time sayings. There's not enough white guys whittling shit on a porch. That's where all the good old time sayings came from. Just the old white guy, long ass beard, looked a little bit like Justin. Just the hottest fucking porches. A kid walks by and he's like, hey, kid, hey, don't you skip rocks in the same stream twice. And the kid's like, what the fuck is that? But he just knew it was knowledge, it was wise. And he went on with it. We don't have that. That's why I can't wait to get old. I'm gonna bring back old time sayings. I got a whole party designed for a bomb old time saying I'm gonna deliver to my kids. So imagine it. I'm about 95. I got 3 kids. I get all my kids together at the yearly family dinner. At this point, they've taken over the furniture store that I started about 10 years. They're running it into the fucking ground. My kids are awful in business. But I'm sitting there, my son, Rick Jr., he's got his wife, Bianca. Nobody knows where the fuck Bianca came from. Nobody likes her because she drinks too much and she always flashes us at the table. She thinks it's hilarious. We tolerate it because she's family at this point. But that's neither here nor there. My youngest daughter, she's there. She has her son Malachi. I never liked the name Malachi. I tried to get her the name of Ricarlo the 15th, but she didn't want to go for that. I don't like Malachi because he always looks at me and goes, what's up, Pops? And there's something behind the way anyways. That's neither here nor there. My middle daughter's there. She's got her husband, Steven. Steven's a real fucking prick, right? Steven is the reason that the fucking furniture store is going into the ground. This idiot decides to sell couch sets for $150 a piece. He's like, don't worry, Big Rick, we're gonna make it up on volume. We did not make it up on volume. We lost our fucking shirt deck anyways. It's neither here nor there. And I'm sitting there at the head of the table. And I know I don't got a lot of time left, so I just want to leave my family with something special. I'm just sitting there, you know, and I'm like, guys, Papa's got something to say. We've been through some hard times, family, and I don't got a lot of time left, and I just want you guys to know, it's not okay to skip rocks in the same stream twice. And then I die. Thank you guys.